Alright, welcome to another wonderful episode of ZnD's GEEKDOM. I'm your boy D.
And I'm Z.
Really? You're not going to do the boy thing anymore?
I wasn't a boy, I was a fellow.
That's right, fellow. I forgot about that.
I don't know if you're aware of that.
Alright, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. We're going here, so I'm good. I'm good spirits.
Yeah, no Dr. T again with us. Maybe he's showing up a little bit later. We're about a few drinks in, so just bear with us as we go along. We ramble on. You guys love us, so you're listening, so whatever. Let's do it.
Well, according to the YouTube page, we have about 50 hits, which is good considering it's been up for, 3 days?
Yeah. Well, we told a lot of friends and family. Hope we can tell a lot more people. We'll definitely get that Twitter up, and we'll let people know that we've been basically either praising them or bashing them.
And as you all know, we do have the website up. We do have the podcast available on YouTube, so feel free to either YouTube search us or just go straight to the website. That's available through our Facebooks and all of that. But yeah, let's get started.
All right, let's do it.
I think the biggest story we had this week was probably coming from, not Microsoft, but people from in that realm, a new Xbox.
Ah, yes.
It was supposed to be coming out holiday 2012, apparently, is what the article said. But it is now set for a holiday 2013 launch with a reveal at E3 2013. What do you think, D?
Well, I mean, okay, we kind of discussed this, last show before that. I mean, new technology's on its way. Xbox 720 or Xbox, whatever the fuck they're going to call it. Xbox Next is coming up. Who knows?
NXT. XBO, XNXT, go!
I don't know. Either way, it's a go. I mean, with all the things they're trying to do with Xbox and Xbox Live, and I'll give Microsoft and Xbox this. They have perfected it to a point right now where they are providing the full entertainment package, and I think whatever they're going to bring out the door next is definitely going to wow people. No pun intended, but I definitely think they're going to just. I think they'll know what they're doing. Well, I mean, will it come out with a few bugs? Yeah, it's Microsoft. What do you expect? But
I remember when the original Xbox 360 came out.
Remember where we were working?
Oh, we were working for one of the world's largest electronic retailers at that time.
Oh yeah, and how many people return Xboxes daily?
If I had a quarter for every Xbox, I'd run through those doors.
Yeah. But either way, Microsoft, they usually nail it after a while. So I say go for it. Good luck. PS3, Stoney. I don't know. I don't know if you guys were smelling yourselves a little bit too much there for a long time because you ruled the 90s, but you need to pull it together. I don't know. It's going to be PS4, PS next generation.
Who cares?
Super PS. I don't even own a PS3. You do. Tell me what it's like.
I own a PS3 because I wanted a high-end Netflix browser. I have one game for it, which is Oblivion, and I didn't really even like Oblivion.
Well, yeah, and the only reason I want a PS3 just because I wanted to play Uncharted, and I can just come over and play Al's Uncharted, so...
It's not... Back to Xbox. I'm just having trouble with Xbox, and what is the next generation Xbox going to look like? What's it going to bring to the table? Because as of right now, I mean, when you look at system jumping, you look at the 8-bit to the 16-bit, you look at the 16-bit to the 64-bit, and then you look at the PlayStation, which kind of had CD graphics, and the graphics they keep getting better and better and better. I mean, we've seen clippets from some next generation engines, but I feel like you can't tell me that this Xbox is going to be, it's kind of like Xbox 360. What was the big difference? Graphic quality, sure, but amongst that came streaming Netflix later, came all these cool things that you could do, but I guess I'm just not sold on a next-gen system yet.
Well, but people are looking for it, and who knows, I think with the next-gen system, you're definitely going to find, obviously, built-in interactive things like Kinect. I think Kinect's going to automatically be a huge thing with the next Xbox.
I hope not.
Hey, it's a good family thing. I'll tell you that much. Hey, I love wiping my hand in front of it when I'm trying to watch Netflix.
Finger painting's a good family thing, too.
Hey, gosh, okay.
Rise of Nightmares for families.
well, there's other games.
That turd.
Yeah, there's other games you can get for Xbox Kinect, but you can't get them in the United States. But either way.
Hey, you can't hack it. That's probably the only cool thing about it.
Well, I don't want to crack my Xbox, and then I'll get off Xbox Live, and then that's one more thing I got to pay for. So. Either way, next gen, it's gonna be more interactive. It's gonna be the 3D, which I don't give a shit about 3D gaming. I don't know. All of a sudden, it's become God. Don't make me get started on the fucking 3D TVs.
Well, 3D did so horrible at the box office this summer. It's gonna be interesting seeing where they go with it.
Well, okay, the 3D was a great thing back in. When did they introduce it? The 60s, the 50s?
Yeah, with the smell-o-vision. Remember the
Yo,
tingler?
fucking
the tingler.
Oh, I got somebody can tingle if they want. But either way.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, back to the Xbox 360 real quick.
It's I don't know. I think as a fanboy, we're excited to see it because we love new things. That's just the nature of who we are. But we're kind of hesitant to be excited because we don't know what the fuck it is. We don't know what it's going to look like, sound like. I mean, you remember when the PlayStation 3 was first unveiled and they had the boomerang controllers?
Oh, good God.
So, the only thing I'm uncomfortable with is having an E3 2013 reveal, maybe have an E3 2012 reveal, give us a year to process it, then pop it out in holiday 2013. I don't think that's enough time for us to, say they come out with a boomerang and then we rise up as one and say no, like we did with Sony. So we're excited, but we'll see what happens.
Kind of like the Avengers trailer. There you go.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on, just to touch the Wachowskis, not the brothers. Yeah.
The brother-sister man team?
The Wachowskis, plural, their new project they announced is called Jupiter Ascending. There is no details on it, no stars, no nothing. The only thing we know is that Warner Brothers is producing it. They did the turd Speed Racer.
Oh, God. Well, okay, Jupiter Ascending. One horrible title. You know how I am about titles. You know as a writer, you want something that's going to catch people. Jupiter Ascending? Is that like... Wasn't there a game like that?
If Jupiter ever ascended, you would notice.
well, God, yes. Pretty sure to destroy every fucking planet along the line, but either way, Jupiter Ascending. Don't like the title. Wachowski brothers, girl, man. What was with that? So
Partners.
Okay, so one brother became a chick?
Oh, yeah.
So they had enough money to become... It's kind of like a Chaz Bono thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, but reverse, so...
Yeah.
Oh my God! I'm just saying. As filmmakers, yes. Did they give a great movie with The Matrix, even though it ripped off a lot of other movies? Yes. Matrix 2 and 3, nobody remembers them. You know why? Because they're always in fucking AMC. Like, every time I turn to AMC, fucking... that's always on there. What's up with that?
Well, I tend to avoid AMC unless it's Mad Men, as we know.
Well, Mad Men, Walking Dead.
But, well... Oh, and God forbid we don't mention you know what on AMC.
Okay.
Breaking Bad, God.
Breaking Bad's a good show.
But it's so people act like it's an underground show. They're like, "Have you seen Breaking Bad? Like this crazy new thing. It's been on for 4 years. Everyone knows about it. And don't sit on there and be like, hey, I don't know if you've seen Breaking Bad, but if you have, please take a look. Like, go fuck yourself." Okay.
Well, but I like when people pick up shows because they genuinely like them. Like they genuinely just turn to the show and they're like, you know what? I like this shit. You know what I'm saying? No one knows about it. I don't know. I'm very elitist like that. I'm not gonna lie.
But I feel like people are getting to the point with Breaking Bad where they're like, they just like it because everyone else does now.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
I watched Breaking Bad, so I'm gonna go ahead and confront you at the McDonald's line.
Well, no, but the sad thing is, like, I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen in Walking Dead because Walking Dead, great, great comic series, great, great TV series so far. Really, really great TV. I hope it's not one of those things people pick it up and be like, oh wow, you don't watch Walking Dead? What's wrong with you? I don't know. I'm very elitist about that. I want people to love it, but I don't want it to be so loved that everyone like smothers it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No.
Kind of like Sons of Anarchy. Loved Sons of Anarchy the first year. I loved it the second year. Fucking everybody and their mom watches Sons of Anarchy, and I'm kind of like, well, I remember when no one was watching it, and it's a really great show, and then all of a sudden, fucking everybody, the soccer mom's watching it, and she's like, oh, did you see fucking Jax? Did you see fucking Hellboy fucking shoot somebody in the face? I'm like, oh god, his name's Ron Perlman, not Hellboy, but whatever.
Well, no Frank Darabont. We'll see how it goes. So that was our segment on the Wachowskis. We didn't talk about it at all, but again, Jupiter Ascending's coming out sometime in the next 5 years. No one's gonna care. Okay, it has been announced that the first 8 minutes of Dark Knight Rising will come along attached to Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. We need another Mission Impossible movie, but only in the IMAX. It's similar to what The Dark Knight did with I Am Legend. They released a little prologue to The Dark Knight. What do you think?
I don't know. You're building hype for a movie that doesn't need hype build up for it. Do you need an 8-minute prologue?
Anybody who's listening to this who's not planning on seeing the Dark Knight Rising, raise your hand, please.
Okay, exactly. Everyone's gonna. Do you see what I'm saying? This movie is gonna shatter it's gonna blow up the box office. It's gonna destroy Transformers. Everyone's gonna go see it just because Christopher Nolan's on it. He's doing his thing.
It's not in 3D.
Thank Jesus for that. Well, he was gonna. Do you know the whole Inception thing?
Well, he hates 3D.
Well, he hates 3D. He tried it. He tried to put 3D in Inception just to see what it would look like. He realized cinematically didn't work.
I know, because he's the man.
And people are realizing it, even though for all you motherfuckers that love 3D movies.
Motherfuckers.
Let me just let you know. All you motherfuckers are like, I'll go pay like $15 to watch a 3D piece of shit. Let me tell you like this. 3D, when they actually do 3D, and even if they film it in 3D, it takes away from the picture quality. It's kind of like when you watch something on fucking full screen and watch it on widescreen. You're taking away from the picture quality. I'm sorry. You're dumbing down your eyes. You're blinding yourselves. We're going to have a generation of fucking blind people. Hey, lens crafters, you might as well invest in 3D because you're going to need a bunch of motherfuckers with glasses in the next 10 years.
Well, now that the studios are refusing to pay for the 3D glasses, it's going to be interesting to see how that affects.
Yeah, 3D TVs. Yeah, a joke. I want to tell my father-in-law, hey, great TV. What have you watched in 3D? When is 3D TV come? When I'm like fucking 50? Who knows? I don't know. I'll be on the fucking moon by then.
It's about as cool as having a picture viewer on your TV. Who really puts their pictures on their TV and goes through and looks at all?
It was cool for like what?
5 minutes?
Yeah, 99 when they did.
But the film studios are refusing to pay for the 3D glasses they give out to the movie theaters anymore. So the theaters are going to pass that cost along down to the consumer, so therefore your $15 ticket to go see a 3D movie is now going to be probably about a $20 ticket.
Okay, so we're talking about a fucking $20 ticket.
Yeah.
You're talking about... No, the sad thing is I've had this discussion with my daughter in the car the other day. When we go to the fucking movie...
How old is your daughter?
She's 7.
7
turned on to go today. This is my oldest daughter. It nearly... We were talking about going to the movie and this weekend, and I was like, it's going to cost me damn near $50 for us all to go to the movie. Me, my wife, the oldest kid number 1, kid number 2... And that's just to get in the fucking movie. It's like $30. Then you're talking about, hey, I want a slushy, Dad. I want an icy. And this is after you snuck in food to the movie. Fuck it. Now you're telling me I gotta pay for fucking 3D glasses. Fuck the bullshit. Fuck James Cameron. Fuck Avatar.
You got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one.
Exactly.
Moving on. We got a segment about first impressions. We're looking at Arkham City, which came out this week. D has not played this game.
But Z has, and...
I have a lot. I think I'm 7-8 hours into it now, and I'm looking every time I turn on my Xbox, and it goes, and it gives me like, you're 20% done. I'm like, how the fuck am I 20% done? I've just dedicated 3 days of my life to this bitch, but it is so incredibly amazing. Just the level of detail the city is, the characters, and one thing I really like about the way they set the story up is they expect you to know things about Batman. They expect you to know that him and Talia al Ghul, had a relationship. They expect you to know Mr. Freeze's background. They expect you to know who these people are and how they work in the world.
If you don't know who these people are, you're a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, you're dead. You've been living under a fucking rock. It's Batman.
It is Batman, but at the same time, a lot of this stuff, Tim Drake's Robin. A lot of this stuff, people that don't read the comic books, that don't follow the storyline, don't really understand. It's not that they don't understand it. It's just that they don't know about it because their definition of Batman is like, wait a minute, this Batman Year One bullshit that's coming out, this new movie. I saw Batman Begins. Don't get me wrong, I love Batman Begins, but they're simply comparing two things that are incomparable. I mean, Nolan took a lot from Year One and put it into Batman Begins. Mm-hmm. But there are people, and Batman's one of those characters that is so loved and like on all levels. People love Batman, but I don't think a lot of people know the ins and outs of Batman. So it's really refreshing to have a game that, or a medium of any sort, that really is, hey, we know you love Batman, and here, take this, have a little of this.
It's like a fan appreciation, Batman.
It is. And I mean, even if you don't know the ins and outs of Batman, it works.
Yeah.
Because you go, oh, apparently, you know, he loved her. But like if you know the background, you're like, oh, fucking.
Yeah.
It's like that with a lot of nerd stuff. But it's an amazing, amazing game. Like I said, I'm 20% into it. But if you're buying a game so far this year, Arkham City, do it.
Real quick, are you gonna do the calendar man things where you have to fucking unlock the fucking unlockable, where you have to, like, on certain days in the calendar you gotta go talk to fucking Calendar Man? Have you heard about that?
No, I found Calendar Man. I mean, he's in like the basement of the courthouse, and he's just chilling, and you go talk to him, and he talks a little bit. You're like, okay, see you later, Calendar Man.
Well, yeah, no. I guess evidently there's some whole thing where you can fucking basically get, for certain holidays or whatever, you talk to Calendar Man. The more you do them, by the end of the year, by a certain time of the year, you've accumulated all the shit for some unlockable thing for Calendar Man.
I did not know that. I will now. This game has more unlockable and DLC I've ever. I had to put in 4 codes when I bought it. I had my Joker thing for GameStop. I had the alt costume for being a GameStop power-up rewards. I got a Sinestro costume when I bought Green Lantern, which came out this Friday.
Okay.
And I had another one that the Catwoman. I had a Catwoman thing.
Wow.
And I didn't pay for any of that.
Wow.
And there was like 4 other things.
But see, that's a good geek nut. I'm sorry.
No, it is.
When you get that shit, you're like, wow, they really thought about me when they were doing this game. So.
Well, because they have all the alt costumes. They have a costume from the 70s. They have a costume from Batman Beyond. All of them.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises, everything. It's really, really cool. But moving on, this is probably my favorite thing that we're going to talk about tonight. MC Hammer.
Okay, no, you're going to have to explain this to me, because when we talked about this at the beginning of the show, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, this kind of showed up as one of those strange stories on one of the sites, and it was MC Hammer is starting a new search engine.
So, like, he's starting his own Google?
Yeah. And it's called Wiredoo. Wiredoo. Wiredoo.
Like Scooby-Doo?
And he will be involved in the marketing, whatever that means. And when asked, what the fuck are you doing? He used a metaphor for a car. He's like, when you search for a car, it's not just about the car. It's about the make, the model, the mileage, etc. And that's kind of the idea, I guess he's going with this, but unfortunately no one told him that you can really, there's an advanced search option on Google, and it works fantastic. But how insane is this guy?
Okay, God bless MC Hammer. One, the guy can sell some fucking tacos. Do you remember the fucking Taco Bell Hammer commercial? He sold the Addams Family movie series to us also, which I have to show my daughter because she never seen the Addams Family. And I don't know. MC Hammer, get your money. That's all I gotta say. Get your money. Get your money. Do what you gotta do. You blew $30 million.
Yeah.
You were the richest rapper at that time, and you had gold fucking sinks and shit, imported marble from Italy, and you blew it all because you were trying to help everyone. God bless you, MC Hammer. Get your money.
Well, good to see he hasn't killed himself yet. Let's move on to the trivia piece. This is a trivia piece for D. It's fairly easy. You should get this one, but it is a question and it is interesting. What is the only Star Trek film to win an Oscar?
I would have to go with either. I'm gonna throw 2 out there, just for the hell of it.
And then we'll break it down to 1.
Yeah, Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Okay.
Or Star Trek: The Undiscovered Country.
Okay, you were wrong on both fronts. Correct answer is J.J. Abrams' Star Trek from 2009.
Oh, really?
It won for Best Makeup.
Oh,
no,
wow.
Other Star Trek films have been nominated, but they have never won.
Wow. Go J.J. Abrams. Good luck with the... Is he doing Ghost Protocol for Mission Impossible?
He's producing it. Or exec producing. He's not doing, it's like Bad Robot, but,
Yeah. Does anyone want to see Mission Impossible? Where's Ving Rhames? Why is he not in the second, what's the 5th one? 4th one?
He's probably, got his 5th wife is angry at him or something along those lines. We got big ups. Big ups. This is one of my favorite things also that happened this week was while I was watching a hockey game, there was a commercial on for a new product called Dr. Pepper 10. And the whole thing about Dr. Pepper 10 is it's 10 calories, but they're manly. You know, you're not a pussy if you drink Dr. Pepper 10, okay? Not like that Diet Dr. Pepper bullshit. That's pussy. But the man, and the whole thing is there's this guy, and he's like fighting aliens, and he's on a Jeep, and he's going around, and the man talking to me about Dr. Pepper 10, I'm looking at him in the eyes, I'm like, I fucking know this guy. And I'm thinking about him, who is this asshole? And this is a throwback, a little bit, but the actor's name's Edward Kerr, and he played Lieutenant James Brody on season 2 of Sequest DSV.
Oh my god!
And also Sequest 2032 with my boy Michael Ironside. I love Michael Ironside.
Okay, you know we're gonna have to Twitter all these people now because we keep talking about him on the show.
Well, if ever occurs a Twitter, I'll be like, you know, nice job, bud.
Hey, we're gonna find Gene Wilder's Twitter. I swear to God.
Brody's good, man. So, congratulations, Edward Kerr. You're still in the biz.
You gotta pay them bills, make that money.
Hey, there's 90 different things you probably could have done better than the people that did it. So, let's see here. There are several comic book franchises right now that are currently in development by several TV studios. What brought this up really to get me thinking about it was they announced today that Fox was pursuing Punisher as a TV series.
Mm-hmm.
Ed Bernero, who heads Criminal Minds, is talking about doing a Punisher series, and if you like Punisher, I don't know a whole lot about Punisher, but you're looking at the original Punisher was a former soldier who is Punisher all the time. You know, he's not like Clark Kent in a sense where he's like, you know, I'm Clark Kent, oh shit, you know, tears his shirt off. That's not what our dear friend Ed Bernero wants to do.
Shut up.
He would like to do a Punisher who is a New York City detective during the day, and he moonlights as the Punisher.
Okay, here we go. Hollywood, are you...
Don't even get me started.
Don't get me started. You know what? Motherfucking Hollywood, here we go. You're going to take a great premise, even for a comic book, as a guy who's a disheartened soldier who decides, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to be a vigilante, a fucking violent vigilante, who doesn't give a shit, who's going to take out the scum on the earth, and now you're going to make him a detective who's moonlighting as a hero? Are you kidding me? Do we not fucking see the Cape?
No, we didn't see the Cape.
Exactly. I watched the first 2 episodes. I still don't know if that was a good idea or bad idea. Evidently, America didn't buy it, and Fox, it's like, Fox, are you just fucking just producing whatever the fuck you want? Hey, let's have some people in the future, and they go back, and there's dinosaurs and shit. Spielberg's on it. Hey, you're just making up shit as you go along. No wonder you guys are suffering in the ratings.
Interesting note about Fox is, at the same time that they are developing Punisher for a series, they are also developing the Spectre. Same studio, DC, Marvel.
Well, I thought the Spectre was going to go to CW, though.
No, it is Fox.
Well, what's the premise of this guy?
It's not going to work. I think doing a comic book series on television, especially network television, is a very, 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 very tough thing to do. Because if you do it and it works, it's really fucking dumb. Like Lois and Clark, like it's really shitty.
Well, but it has that. But Lois and Clark have that cheesy charm about it.
You know, that's the way they have to do it.
Well, but I think
if you develop like the Spectre, I mean, this shit's dark. If you develop that shit for HBO, that would be fucking cool.
Well, yeah. Well, it's kind of like when HBO took on. They're like, we're gonna do fucking Spawn. We're gonna do an animated, and we're gonna have fucking titties everywhere. It's like, it worked because that's what Spawn was.
Well, that's what Spawn is.
Yeah,
he's black.
He's black. He's got titties everywhere.
Yeah.
God, I wish that was my life every day.
Anyway. Also in development by one of the major studios, ABC is developing a Hulk series, which I think that'll work.
No.
No? You don't think Bruce Banner could
so are we
Thursday night at 8 every week?
So are we talking about 70s Lou Ferrigno Hulk? Or are we talking about...
I don't think Lou Ferrigno will have a recurring role.
Well, the guy's still in shape, so you never know. And
big ups to Lou.
I know, big ups to Lou Ferrigno. We'll find you on Twitter also. But you're telling me... no, seriously. You're telling me they're really going to do a Hulk series?
They're developing it. You know what
that
means.
Can the mouse fuck anything else? I mean...
The mouse. That reminds me of the episode of South Park. But yes, the mouse can fuck something else.
I mean, come on, I don't see how it's gonna work. I honestly don't. If you're doing the CGI Hulk, isn't that like $1 million a minute or something?
Probably.
So
they're not going to do the CGI Hulk. It fiscally wouldn't work.
So you're going to do a guy painted in green paint, which worked for the 70s. No, big up to Bill Bixby. We love you. Wish you were here.
Hey, Batista needs a job. Paint that motherfucker green. He'll be fine.
He's not wrestling anymore?
Unfortunately, I know you're not a WWE fan. He hasn't wrestled for 2 years now. He was going to be an MMA fighter, and then they're like, no. So now he has a gym in Orlando. He
trains other wrestlers. Hey, big up to
MMA
Batista.
fighters.
Oh.
I don't know why he decided he can train MMA fighters, one who was not an MMAer.
I'm going to go train MMA fighters. That's what I'm going to do. Next job. Go ahead.
Alright, so something else really, really bugged me this week, and I called you, Saturday afternoon, and I was like, listen, we gotta discuss the Three Musketeers.
Yeah, you won't let the Three Musketeers go.
Okay. And after doing a little research, I wanted to just talk about Paul W.S. Anderson as a whole.
God.
Paul W.S. Anderson, who is heading the fucking Three Musketeers, also working on Resident Evil Retribution at this point. I watched the trailer for Three Musketeers, and I don't remember Mila Jovovich being in the original Three Musketeers movie.
Well, okay, so who is she in? Because you got the Three Musketeers, you have D'Artagnan, who's technically the fourth Musketeer, and
she's basically female D'Artagnan, and D'Artagnan's now her bitch. Like, the whole thing is about how she's the only one that can save the world. You know what really pisses me off, Paul W.S. Anderson, is I was like, I wonder if he, has fucked Mila Jovovich, and that's what it is. So, using IMDb, he's married to her.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know he was married to her. But
yeah, they had a fucking kid and shit.
Oh, who cares? I mean, okay, Paul W.S. Anderson, here is the movies you've directed. Mortal Kombat, great flick. Alright, no, I'm kidding.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say rude.
Event Horizon, this is the peak of your career.
Okay.
This is the peak of your
Fuck
career.
this ship. That should be on a shirt. That's on a shirt tomorrow.
Event Horizon is an amazing movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. After Event Horizon, he went ahead and made Soldier with...
Not a bad movie. No, I see it on fucking Stars or Encore off and on.
Okay. Then he went on to make the original Resident Evil, which was like... what if we took Resident Evil, the video game, and put my wife in it?
Or the bitch I'm fucking at the time.
Yeah, because they were married till 09 or something. Then he went to make Alien vs. Predator, which literally made me cry. I was in tears at midnight with a dude next to me who had a Predator tattooed on his thigh. He was so embarrassed after watching that film. It was god-awful.
Oh, God.
After Alien vs. Predator, he went and did Death Race, and any movie with Jason Statham in it, to me, is a gem. It's just
he was okay. It's Jason Statham.
Yeah, he's a motherfucker. I hate him.
But Hollywood loves that guy. You put him in a movie, it sells. Yeah. Kind of like Will Smith.
So after Death Race, this is just directing, by the way. This guy's produced all sorts of stories.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna actually touch back on a film he produced later that I really like, but they're few and far between. He went on to direct Resident Evil Afterlife, and now The Three Musketeers, and then followed by Resident Evil Retribution. I think I like him in a sense. We both like the same stuff. Like, I love Resident Evil. I love Aliens. Event Horizon was fucking great. But he's just not a very good filmmaker.
Well, I don't know if it's so much he's not a good filmmaker as he chooses projects that are kind of money. He's doing it for the money. And I understand that. I understand doing a movie for the money. Because I'm reading this one book on a book called Story, and I can't remember the name of the author, but basically he said you want to do an avant-garde film, that's great, but you got to learn how to make a film first. You see what I'm saying? You got to learn how to write a film. Sure. So if you want some kind of French impressionist film or whatever, you want to do that, it's your dream, that's great. But if you don't know how to make a film that people want to watch first, you're not going to know how to do an avant-garde film. I think it's more the fact that he's just choosing movies. I think he's a good director. I'm not saying I just think the projects he decides to align himself with, or just projects, either this motherfucker is really passionate about these projects, or he's really trying to get his nut and just be like, hey, thanks for the money.
Would you say that Paul W.S. Anderson could be known as a high-end Yui Boll?
The sad thing is, when I think of him, I think of Yui Boll. Same thing, Yui Boll. The sad thing is, Yui Boll, when he picks these projects, he's passionate about it.
Yeah.
They're just the worst fucking projects you could ever pick.
Hey, don't talk shit about House of the Dead, okay?
Okay, one, I don't think I saw 5 minutes of House of the Dead.
That movie didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It was like watching a car crash in slow motion.
What was the movie with? And sadly, Yui Bowles also worked with Jason Statham.
Of course he has. They're both fuckers.
What was the movie? It was like
the Dungeon Siege one.
Oh yes.
In the Name of the King.
In the Name of the King, and then it had fucking
like one girl from everything in it. And
no. Who else was in it? Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey and the Bandit? Burt Reynolds?
Burt Reynolds was in it.
Jesus Christ.
And then it turns out Burt Reynolds' dad in it was even more fucked up.
Wow.
Tells you how old Burt Reynolds is. Good God.
Well, in conclusion of that, fuck you, Yui Bowl, Paul W. Smith. We want to say fuck you, but for some reason we still kind of like you.
Well, we're praying that you're going to pick up another project like Event Horizon and blow our minds.
We love Event Horizon.
Fuck this shit.
Great movie.
I'm putting that on a shirt.
Let's just touch this. Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my God.
Shia LaBeouf is in the news again for all good things. Shia LaBeouf got the shit kicked out of him.
By a fat dude.
Was he fat? I didn't see the
No,
video.
this dude had a shirt. Did you watch the video?
No, I just watched the story.
YouTube the shit. It's a guy in Canada. I don't know if the guy's Canadian or American. Has his shirt off and is beating the shit out of Shia LaBeouf in Vancouver. One, because Shia LaBeouf's a shithead.
Well, apparently he's been at this bar by himself, drinking alone, because he's filming some movie no one will see up there, and he's Shia LaBeouf. He's kind of a douchebag. You know, I'm not saying I kick the shit out of Shia LaBeouf, but I'm saying I can see someone kicking the shit out of Shia LaBeouf.
I would kick the shit out of it. Because, wasn't the guy bragging about banging Megan Fox?
Yeah.
And I don't think he really banged her. I think he just said he did.
Well, do you think Megan Fox would come out and be like, no?
I don't know. Either way, you bang Shia LaBeouf, you don't tell anybody, whatever.
I wouldn't. But I wouldn't bang Shia LaBeouf. So,
but the thing about the funny thing about because me and my wife actually watched it. I showed it to her. And the funny thing is his people. I don't know if they showed up later, but he has people because when you're famous, you have people or friends that kind of look after you, and you can tell in this. And when the guy's trying to talk to him, his guy's like, "Man, he's like, don't worry about it, dog. I know you got in this fight. But look, you're Shia LaBeouf, man. You bang fucking supermodels. You have millions of dollars. Who is this guy to you?" And I understand that, but Shia LaBeouf, you got your ass kicked in Canada.
Or are you suggesting the Canadians are not as tough as Shia LaBeouf?
I'm suggesting...
Are you alienating our Canadian viewers this
No,
week?
I try to alienate at least one group a week. But either way, I'm just saying, Shia LaBeouf, you got your ass kicked. Yeah, here's my thing. It doesn't matter if you make millions of dollars. It doesn't matter if you bang a bunch of hot model bitches weekly or daily or whatever the fuck you do. I'm telling you, if you can't fucking at least hold your own in a fight with a fat dude in Canada, in a bar, even drunk, I don't even know if I can watch another movie you're in.
Shia LaBeouf, just stay in your hotel room and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, have a party. Just invite Canadian bitches to your room and fuck them and get drunk. Don't get fights with fucking Canadian dudes in the bar.
That's probably the best thing anyone said to him since ever. Since he left that gym, Even Stevens.
I was going to say, Even Stevens. Hell yeah.
So, last Friday, Green Lantern came out. And I saw the movie. I saw it in a theater in, somewhere in Utah. I was in Utah somehow.
Oh, yeah. When you left me to go to Utah.
Yeah, I went to Utah. I saw it in Utah. God, I hate Utah. But I saw this movie, and everyone who was reviewing it was slamming it and hating it. But at the same time, you read the feeds and people are kind of like, it's not that bad. You guys are really overdoing it. It's not Batman. But at the same time, fiscally, it has to make sense to make a second one. So, for our list this week, I have put together a list of the top 3 directors and or producers and whatever creative heads, if you will, that can give Green Lantern a second life. Not reboot, but redo, get it back on track. Go ahead and start. I'm curious as to what.
I think my list is gonna blow your mind, so I'd rather you go first.
Okay. How about we go? I'll do one. You do one.
Okay.
Okay. In no particular order, let's start with J.J. Abrams. I think with his track record with Star Trek, I think with his love of characters with Super 8, his action with Mission Impossible 3. I think he has everything put together. As long as he can get a good script, he's got, Archie and Kurtzman. He can have those motherfuckers that write everything.
Yeah.
But, every 3 movies they put out is really good. You can get Damien Lindelof on that. I think the Bad Robot crew could really pump out a good Green Lantern movie.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. I'll give you one. I definitely did think J.J. Abrams, he has enough clout in Hollywood to do it. I think he has enough vision that he can come back and be like, okay, well, we can take this mess. That was the first movie. I don't know if it was a mess, but I think it was a little convoluted for most people. But people enjoyed it. My, in no particular order, first pick is Kevin Smith.
Ooh. Oh.
Okay, yes, I know. The only reason...
Don't get me wrong, I love Kevin Smith.
Oh, yeah, I love him too. Big up to Kevin Smith.
We're not those people who hate Kevin Smith because he's Kevin Smith. There are a lot of people that hate Kevin Smith.
I think Kevin Smith, as a filmmaker, yes, there's some things that... is he the most... How should I put it? Is he the most tactical filmmaker? No. Is he an ingenious filmmaker with really good dialogue? Yes.
Well, he writes dialogue. He doesn't write movies.
Yeah, he writes dialogue, not movies. But I think he's becoming, as time has gone on, he's become more of a filmmaker. He's learned the craft a little bit better. I think he has enough comic book know-how.
Sure.
Because that's the world he comes from. I think he can put together a good.
Well, let me watch Red State. It is now available on Netflix. Let me watch that movie.
Is it on?
It is on Netflix.
You're shitting me.
No, it's on Netflix.
Me and my fucking wife are watching that tomorrow.
Okay. Well, let me watch that and I'll get back to you on that one.
Well, okay. Give me Kevin Smith. Give me that one.
Okay. My next director/producer, Jean-Pierre Jeunet. I don't know if you are aware who he is. He directed films Amelie, City of Lost Children.
Oh, yeah, Amelie. Love Amelie and City of Lost Children.
He also did Alien Resurrection, which shows... Alright, hear me out.
Am I low on drinking right now?
I think it shows that... hang on, let me grab the bottle real quick. It shows that he can do an Americanized film, as long as Josh Whedon doesn't write it. We're good to go.
You and your hatred of Josh Whedon.
I think he's got that dark edge, and I think it's a foreign thing. I think Green Lantern really needs to have somebody who's not necessarily a comic book person to come in and maybe breathe new life into it. The relationship between Hal and Sinestro and how that evolves, I think, is something they could really capitalize on. And just looking at the creepiness of City of Lost Children, I think he could do a good job with that. The action piece, he has an Alien Resurrection. That's kind of where I'm justifying the action piece. He can fill up action shots. You don't think Alien Resurrection go, man, you know what sucked in that movie? The fucking action. That's not what sucked in that movie. But I think it could work.
Okay, I'll give you that. And I will one-up you with Ryu Kitmaru.
Jesus Christ. Does he speak English?
Yeah, well, one, he's Japanese.
Oh, there it is.
I think he does speak English. Two, he directed one of my favorite movies of all time, which is Versus, which is kind of an homage to Army of Darkness and Evil Dead, with fucking zombies and people fighting it. And he also directed Midnight Meat Train.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
I think he's a really good director. I think, one, he can get under budget. Really think he can get under budget. Two, I think
he's buds with Bradley Cooper, so maybe we can get rid of Ryan Reynolds in the process.
Well, there you go. He's a good action director. Straight. If the big thing you're gonna have from the second one is you're gonna have that good story that draws people in, and you're gonna have the action. He is a great action director. He can do it. He'll even with the fucking CG, he'll be like, holy shit, this is more money I usually work with. I think he's a good director. I really do think, and evidently he's done a couple movies already in the last couple years that I didn't even know about that I'm gonna start looking for. One of them is two of them are horror movies in the next couple of years, and then one of them is another movie he did in Japan. But either way, he's a great director. They brought him on to actually do the action. I think he actually redid some of the stuff for Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes for when it was on the not the Wii but the GameCube. They brought him in to do that stuff, redo some of that stuff. Okay. So, and he did Godzilla Wars, but we won't knock him for that.
Yeah. Well, Midnight Meat Train is an amazing flick.
Yeah,
it's creepy, dark. It's one of those movies. It reminded me when I watched the last Exorcism. It made me think of Midnight Meat Train because you're like, oh, this is kind of a really cool, creepy, dark. The story is really good, and then it gets to the last 15 minutes, and you're just like, what the fuck just happened?
Well, see, and I like a director that can just take you on a ride. And he'll mind fuck you. Even if he's mind fucking you the whole movie, that's always a good thing.
All right, my last director who can possibly save the series, Alfonso Cuarón. City of Children, Y Tu Mama Tambien. Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban, which is still my favorite movie in the Harry Potter series.
Well, yeah, it took it to another level with the Harry Potter. Definitely dark.
He
definitely.
did?
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the first 2 movies and then watch that one and then compare and contrast, it's fucking night and day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go super dark in a sense of like I want Chris Nolan to come on and do it. Because I think he's realistic and gritty. I don't think that would work with Green Lantern.
No.
You can't have, Green Lantern on the streets of Metropolis.
Even though he was in the first episode, the first issue of Justice League, he was on the streets of Metropolis for fucking Batman.
It just doesn't work. It doesn't work as a downplay, the core and downplay Oa and downplay all that shit. You have to do it, but I think with Harry Potter specifically, is he did that, but he also kept it really gritty and realistic at the same time. Like, you believe that, like, there was some fucked up shit going on in Harry Potter 3, but at the same time, he's got a fucking wand. He's a fucking wizard. But you kind of forget that. And I think
hard out there for a wizard.
But he can take that, the fantasy aspect and really do a good job of making it believable, at the same time making it really interesting and having the character development work really well. So.
All right, so my third and the last one to move on to Christian Albert.
You know what? I'm going to talk about him in a little bit because I love that guy.
I know. No, the guy's a great filmmaker. The movie I know you're going to touch on a little bit, but I think he can do it. One, also under budget. I think that's a huge thing in Hollywood right now.
Sure.
I think he can tell a complete story where you get involved in the complete world, because the movie that you're going to bring up later on, I try to touch on it. But even he did another movie called Case 39. Not the best movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
With Renee Zellweger.
Well, it got made and it was on the shelf for 3 years or something.
Yeah, and then they finally released it. But the guy's a great filmmaker. I think if Hollywood would take a step back, say, hey, he's kind of like a Matthew Vaughn to me. He's like a Matthew Vaughn where, he's got enough.
Matthew Vaughn just got a job, didn't he?
He got, God, what job did he just get? No, he's picking up a couple comic book jobs again.
Twilight Zone. He got Twilight Zone.
No, oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which will work. I love Matt Vaughn.
Yeah, I love Matthew Vaughn. Well, and fucking the Leo will love it too, so.
Well, we'll see how that works. I think Matt Vaughn can pull it off, though. You look at Let Me In, you look at Cloverfield. They're great. Good stuff.
Did he do Let Me In?
Yeah.
He didn't direct it.
Yeah.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
No.
We'll fact check that for you later.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we already had a fact check earlier tonight. So.
Jesus. Yeah, we were wrong.
Okay, yeah, we're both right. But Let Me In. Oh, God, don't even get started on it.
That was good. I think it was interesting to put it in New Mexico, but.
Okay, let me tell you. Watch Let the Right One In.
Well, that's a great film.
Oh, God.
Great film.
Underrated film. They should have just released that in the States. You would have liked it better.
Okay. So that's the Green Lantern Savior piece. Well, I had this thing written down that I kind of wanted to talk about.
Bring it.
Okay. I look at Marvel, and I'm a DC guy, so I'm biased, but it's almost like there are 2 Marvel studios. There's one Marvel Studios that's working on the Avengers, that's working on Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, all the good Marvel movies. And then there's the B squad.
Well, you gotta understand, before Marvel... This is even before the Mouse decided to come in and buy Marvel. Marvel was kind of like, well, we have all these great properties. We need to make money. Who we're going to give it to? So they gave, fucking Spider-Man to, was it to Sony? Is that who they gave it to?
Yes.
Or they gave Spider-Man to Sony. They gave Fantastic Four to someone else. They gave, they Blade, which, as much as people give the Blade series shit.
I like Blade.
No, I do. I think Blade, out of all of those...
I think Triple H was perfect casting for the 3.
No, don't even start on Blade 3 either. But either way, I think the Blade movies, out of all those Marvel movies that initially came out, they actually stayed with the context of who the character was. But I think then after Marvel decided, hey, why don't we get smart, get some investors, form our own studio, take what we know about our characters, because evidently I guess Marvel actually has a dedicated writing staff that handles just strictly Marvel movies.
Really? So they do Ghost Rider?
Ghost Rider was also on the album.
Spirit of Vengeance?
Okay, let's just say there's a bubble of Marvel Studios, and outside the bubble is all the other movies they kind of sold off to other studios. But
X-Men First Class was good, though.
Yeah, but I think even X-Men First Class had that hit, that sense of, okay, yeah, it's not Marvel Studios, but it's still Marvel. Marvel had a little say in it. They said, hey, why don't you try to make it a little bit more cooler than what it was? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the thing with Marvel. But I think Marvel's done a good thing by actually having people that know the characters and coupling them with people who are actually good filmmakers, and then moving forward.
Okay. Just to clarify back, Matt Reeves directed Let Me In and directed Cloverfield, not Matt Vaughn. That's my bad. But Matt Reeves got Twilight Zone, not Matt Vaughn. I just broke your heart. I know. I'm sorry.
I lost. I had a chubby going for a while, and that's kind of went away.
No, but I think Matt Reeves will do well. I like both his movies, whether you like them or not. I don't care.
What was it? What was the other movie he did?
He did Let Me In. He did Cloverfield.
Cloverfield. Okay.
Oh, you don't like Cloverfield?
Okay. Didn't we go see Cloverfield together?
Probably.
Okay. Cloverfield, great movie. If you tied it into Lost, it would have been a better movie. But you know.
Oh, come on. Did you see that last scene where it fell into the ocean and you watched it 9 times?
Yeah. And you're like, what the fuck? But, hey, big up to the people in Cloverfield, because all those motherfuckers that were in Cloverfield have gone on to do bigger things, so, yeah.
I'm trying to think of one of them, and I can't think of it.
The chick on, what is it? She went on to do, she was in Party Down.
Oh, was that her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she was in Party Down, and then she was also on True Blood. So
okay,
she's pretty. She's nice.
All right. Well, film of the week we have been insinuating at all night is a film called Pandorum. Came out 2008, 9, somewhere in there.
Great movie.
It was directed by Christian Alabart. Alabart. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Interesting. I was kind of talking about when we were talking about Paul W.S. Anderson and Event Horizon. He produced Pandorum.
Yes.
And see, that's what it is. It's like you hate this guy, but he'll fucking throw something at you that you love every now and then.
Yeah.
And if you look at Event Horizon and Pandorum, they're almost the same movie, but they're both.
Whoa.
Okay, derelict spaceship, dark, light, green tint. Okay,
yeah. Good movies.
They're both great movies. And Pandorum, I mean, it's got who's in it?
Guy. He was a Disney kid. Fucking
Dennis Quaid is in it.
Yeah, Dennis Quaid. Where's my fucking phone?
But Dennis Quaid is great in that movie. I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you like this. Dennis Quaid, completely underrated actor.
He's real hit or miss with me.
Well, I think he's one of those guys. You need a solid person in a movie. You call Dennis Quaid.
It's true. He's one of those kind of. He's been around forever. He's not necessarily A-lib, but you can.
He is A-. I'll give him A-.
Yeah, like you can fill him in if something happens.
Hey,
shit. Jeff Bridges can't make it. Go Dennis Quaid. He's available. But Dennis Quaid, Ben Foster is who we were looking for there. I think Ben Foster did great. I love Ben Foster.
Oh, I know. I like that guy too. I think he's a really great actor. He kind of reminds me of what's his name in Drive?
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I think he has that potential as an actor. Same as Asher.
Asher. Asher, what? From where?
No, Inception. Remember Hesher.
Oh, okay.
Same as your boy.
Yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, I think he has that potential that he has. He has enough cred because he's a genuine actor.
Yes.
But he has to look enough that hey, I'm a genuine actor.
Well, you look at Gordon-Levitt and you look at Ben Foster. I mean, they've both been making movies since they were little kids. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they've been doing it for a while. Kind of, that. I know I don't want to go off subject a little bit too much, but fucking The Hobbit. Not The Hobbit. Lord of the Rings. What's his name?
Peter Jackson?
No. Actor in Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Frodo.
We've been drinking this. We've been drinking too much.
He was in North.
He was in fucking North. Does anybody remember that movie?
That movie was so... it's weird. I liked it, and then when I was a kid, but now I'm looking it up, and I'm like, apparently it was like the worst movie.
Yes, one of the worst movies of all time. But
it's Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood, nothing good. Much as people hate Elijah Wood, the guy's a good actor.
Who hates Elijah Wood?
Evidently, a lot of people are because people think he's Frodo.
He is Frodo.
Well, yeah, but if you watch him on Wilfred, he's a good fucking actor.
I know he's a good actor.
But I think people don't realize he's a good actor. He's been in other movies besides,
like North.
Our Radio Flyer.
Hey, we all make our mistakes.
No, Radio Flyer is a good movie. I feel bad.
Oh, okay.
Tom Hanks was in it.
No,
he played a grown-up Elijah Wood.
Jesus Christ. All right, so...
Big up to Elijah Wood. I'll tweet you later.
So, movie of the week, Pandorum. Check it out. Great flick. Lastly, before we go off here, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to James Roll, Cinemassacre.com. He, a lot of you guys might know him from the Angry Video Game Nerds video on YouTube. He's basically, I mean, the guy's been making movies in his basement for a really long time. He's got a campaign now to look for money to make an Angry Video Game Nerd movie. If you can, throw some money at him. Check out his videos on YouTube. They're fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, we're gonna throw him a little bit of money. I mean, like I got like $10, but I'll throw it to him. Is he taking PayPal?
Bank account.
Is he taking PayPal?
He is taking PayPal.
Okay, I got like $9 in PayPal right now. So
it's Cinemassacre.com. It's CINEMASSAC. I think RE is what I wrote down. But or just type in Angry Video Game Nerd. It'll come up. Guy's amazing. He does good work. He's an independent. We like to support independents. We're independent ourselves. So that's the show for the week.
Well, hey, can I touch on two
absolutely?
Okay, I just want to, because I want to rub one thing in your face. Assassin's Creed the movie.
Oh Christ!
There you go. Remember last week we talked about movies that should be video games. Z actually scoffed at this, but it's going down. Yes. It's going down.
They announced this week that turd is being made.
Okay. You're telling me you don't like Assassin's Creed?
The game itself is okay. That's not my big issue. Just like when we saw Prince of Persia, it was like this is the same thing.
Okay, well,
and it was fucking horrible.
Okay,
the story.
There's no Jake Gyllenhaal.
Not yet, because they haven't cast it.
But, okay, but if they cast
5-1 odds, they're gonna get Jake Gyllenhaal. Same fucking movie.
Or you're telling me if they cast him up with some cred, and you get
I'll put $1 down if they cast Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you like this. Hey, the guy Ubisoft, I will write Assassin's Creed the first movie for you, and then we'll see where it goes.
And then they'll gut it and give it to Uwe Boll.
Yeah, well, no, they won't do that much. So. But and then last thing is Garrett Hedlund and Akira. Okay, let me just tell you like this, people. The first introduction to for anime in the United States was Akira. One of the greatest anime movies ever created. It was a great manga series prior to that. A little bit different than the movie, but that's understandable. Things like happen, translations, when things happen. Garrett Hedlund, I know you did Tron, too.
Hey, he was in Four Brothers.
Yes, he was in Four Brothers.
John Singleton, suing the studio.
Is he still in the studio?
Yeah, he's suing the studio.
For what?
I didn't read it. I just laughed.
Didn't he just film like the fucking movie with the guy from fucking Twilight?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. All right. Either way, Akira. I don't know what it is with American movie studios want to remaking mangas or animes into live action movies. There's also a Cowboy Bebop movie with fucking
That's been in production for 5 years.
No, but you know who's attached to that?
Is it still Keanu Reeves?
Keanu Reeves, yeah. Who's gonna play one of the main characters?
I
think Keanu Reeves is a little bit too old, but that's just me. I'm just telling you, God, is it always about? I know it's about money. I know movies are about making money. I understand that. But when is the process of making a genuine good film, especially if as a following? Akira, I mean, there's people who don't even read manga or watch anime that much that know what Akira is. And then all of a sudden you're going to move it to Neo, New York, not Neo, Tokyo. You're going to have biker gangs of a certain age. I'd rather you have some young unnamed...
Sounds like West Side Story.
Yeah, with psychic powers and people blowing shit up.
Yeah, I've seen crazier shit. You saw the Super Mario Brothers movie, didn't you?
Don't even go there. I mean, even fucking Kanye West did a better homage to Akira than I think the movie that's going to come out. Either way...
Big ups to Kanye. We love Kanye.
God, Kanye, we're hitting you up on fucking Twitter. I'm doing it, like, tomorrow after my daughter's soccer game, because I got to get some sleep. But either way... we'll leave it at that. Hey, real quick, D's underrated thing for the week. You need to be watching Luther. If you're not watching Idris Elba and Luther on BBC America or on Netflix right now for the first season, you're a fucking idiot. Great show. Forget all those other crime shows you see in America. This is the one that really gets you because you got a really good actor, you got really good stories, you got characters who, kind of come in and out and everything unfolds together. Watch Luther, if anything. Z, you got anything?
Michael Dorn is on Castle with our boy Nate Fillion.
Oh, God.
We love them both.
Nate Fillion, you better do Uncharted.
You better do something, Nate. We need you.
We need you back. I mean, I know Castle's making the money. Get that money. But,
Hey, Josh Whedon might be doing something. We never know. That guy's nuts.
God, well, evidently he's going to be working on some other shit, dude.
With Warren Ellis? Did you read that?
Yeah. Well, but I love Warren Ellis. Warren Ellis is... He's up there with Alan Moore for me.
Bold statement. With that, we'll leave you. It's ZnD's Geekdom. Thank ya.
All right.